Hey everyone, back again, and as promised I have Cassandra. Now she is, again, I think 34 or 35 inch. It's, as I said, there's only an inch difference between the boys and her. She's by Monica Peter Lynch, and I have checked. And she is the same as the boys. She doesn't have any ball joints in the arms, but she does have ball joints in the legs. And she is Sandy by Monica Peter Lynch. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. But I've renamed her Cassandra, and of course Sandy is short for Cassandra. I chose this particular little girl because she was she wears a flower girl dress in her promo photo. Her promo photo is the photo that you first see of these dolls. So when you go to the website, the first photo you see is the promo photo. Okay? And she was wearing a flower girl dress, a pink flower girl dress, not a white one that most flower girls would wear. This was a pink one. Okay? And but at the moment, as you can see, she is not wearing that. I have changed her. She's wearing some jeans and a nice little blouse type top. And she has now, I don't know whether she does have any of them left. No, they've gone. That's a shame. She had little doll ties in her hair, and they were a doll replica of her. So there was little ties in her hair, and they were little tiny dolls, okay, in her hair, and then in the same configuration as her. So there was a two mini-me's of her in her hair as well as in her outfit. So it's quite cute, but unfortunately they've fallen out of her hair, and poor little Cassandra's a little worse for wear, pretty much like most of my dolls. They get roughly treated. They're not supposed to be, that's the thing. And sadly they fall apart. And as you're about to see, when we get to the L's, you'll see why. Hopefully before I do Lisa's her name, before I do Lisa, I'll get her arms fixed up. Alright, so I may even bypass Lisa and make her last, because as I said, her arms have come off, and that's because Daddy treats her a bit rough. It's because they're heavy, and I'm finding them heavy. And as you can see, I'm a big person, and yeah, I'm a bit sore in the legs and the arms, and so finding the bigger dolls particularly heavy to lift. These ones are okay because they're a good size, but you'll soon see when I get to Holly and Rach and Lisa and another doll that I'll mention later on, you'll soon see that they're quite big dolls, and they are heavy dolls. So it's not just the size, but it's the weight as well, because they're meant to be the height and weight of a real child. It's like a reborn. They're supposed to be the height and weight of a real child. Okay? And that's why I love these dolls so much, because it's like having a real child in the flat, because I live in a flat, I don't live in a house. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to point out is this little bracelet. A young girl made this for her in the previous flats that I was in. The flats I was in before, one of the units burnt down, so we had to be relocated to the flat I'm in now. But in the previous flats, yeah, there was a young girl and her mum, or probably a little girl about her age, and they made these bracelets and they were selling them. But they gave Cassandra this one for nothing, and she's been wearing it ever since. And that was, we're now 2016, so, and we left there in 2011. It probably would have been at 2010 or 2009 when she made that bracelet, or when she gave the bracelet to her, and it's been sitting on her wrist ever since. Yeah. Now, also, Cassandra was a bashful kid. Now remember, I've explained bashful kids to you in the past. She was the smaller version of that. So there's a big bashful kid and a small one. The smaller ones were more the rivals to Cabbage Patches, and they were more the size of a Cabbage Patch. Whereas the bigger ones well, almost the size of a toddler reborn, really. And as I have shown you the bashful kids in the past in my past videos. But anyway, she was wearing the bracelet when she was a bashful kid, and then we transferred it to this little one, and she's been wearing it ever since. Yeah. So, and she absolutely loves it. She absolutely loves that bracelet. She won't go anywhere without it. Yeah. So if it's not on her wrist, she gets upset, don't you? And this beautiful little girl likes princess things. So she likes Snow White and Cinderella, and who else? Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She likes Ariel, of course. Oh, and she's a Frozen fan. Well, that's stating the obvious, surely. But there you are. Alright, so that is Cassandra. Alright, so my next one will be... Oh, yes, my all-time favourite. Oh no, I won't explain that. Anyway, yes, so my next girl is Chelsea. And I'll explain in the video why that's so exciting. Alright, so my next video will be Chelsea. Alright, and we'll see you guys then. Alright, bye for now.